Hey everyone, Beth with Crafty Corner. Today we're going to personalize this hammer for Father's Day with Cricut vinyl as a stencil. First we need to prepare the handle of our hammer. I took some sandpaper and sanded off the shiny coating that was on it, as well as the words of the brand of the hammer. Then wipe it off with a damp cloth. Next, we want to measure the area that we have to work with. So first I like to create a template just so I know where I need to keep my text inside of. So I'm going to click on Shapes and grab this square. And I am going to make it the same dimensions that we just measured. So it was 10 wide and 1 inch high. So that will be the template for our handle of the hammer. I'm going to change a different color just so that we can see it a little bit better. Then we want to add our text. And I'm going to make it smaller so that it fits into our template. And you can change the font to whatever font you want. We actually want to use this as a stencil. So what I'm going to do is I am going to select both the background shape and the letters. You'll see here on the side it is both selected. I'm going to align in the center. And then while they're still both selected, I am going to click on Slice. When that happens, you're actually going to have 3 different layers. And the only one that we need is the one with the base shape there with the letters cut out. So I can go ahead and delete those. And there we have our stencil. You can actually use any machine to do this that would fit this. I'm actually going to use my Joy. So I'm going to come up here and change it to Joy and hit Make It. I am going to be using Smart Vinyl for my stencil, so I'm actually going to select without a mat. But if you don't have a newer machine or Joy, you can do this on a mat with regular material as well. Hit Continue. Here it will show what it's going to look like as it's being cut. We're going to hit Continue. It is going to look for my machine via Bluetooth. As soon as it finds it, it will give us options to set our base material. Because I selected without a mat, it's only going to give me options for smart material. So I'm going to click Smart Vinyl and let's load it into our machine. Just insert the Smart Vinyl right into the machine and the Joy will actually grab it and feed it in for you. It will first check to make sure that we have enough vinyl and that it is straight. And then once we hit go on the computer, it will start cutting. After it's done cutting out, I am going to use my weeder to weed out the pieces that we don't want. Remembering that we actually are using this as a stencil, so we're going to take out the letters and leave everything else in. Next, I'm going to apply the transfer tape down onto the vinyl, and Joy Smart Vinyl needs to be burnished very well. So just use a scraper and go back and forth, really press down, adhering that vinyl to the transfer tape. Take the backing off of the vinyl and place your stencil right onto your hammer, lining it up right in the middle there, and then press it down really well. And then go ahead and take the transfer tape off. Whenever I'm working with vinyl as a stencil, especially on wood, I always use a first layer of ModPodge. This creates a barrier under the vinyl to create very, very sharp lines after you're done painting. Just go back and forth, both up, down, left, and right. After the Mod Podge is dried, it's time to paint right over the top of the vinyl. Making sure to get all of the pieces. I actually remove the vinyl before the paint has time to dry so that it doesn't actually cure right to the vinyl. Otherwise, it won't come off very easily. So just carefully pull back the vinyl. For any of the pieces that get left behind, you can just take your weeder and carefully remove those pieces, making sure that you're not touching the paint with your other hand so that you don't smear it. After the paint has had time to completely dry, I use polyacrylic to seal the entire handle. What a fun personalized gift to give to Dad on Father's Day. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, give us a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe.